Good morning, Zio here, and today we are going to be talking about a different video. Yeah, I don't do that often, where we look at a video and we talk about it and we share it and stuff like that. I mean, occasionally we do, it just depends on what it is, but this happens to be a video that I saw on The Good Book. A friend of mine shared it, tagged me in it, and I was watching and was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But anyway, do you remember what PT was? If you hadn't, let me fill you in. PT, or possible Silent Hill, was a horror-themed demo, essentially, that we got from Kojima a good long while back. And then there was the whole Kojima leaving Konami and Konami doing their things and stuff like that. And then the whole project just got shut down, right? And at the end of said demo, when you finally make it out of the house, this cutscene plays, and, you know, sure enough, it turns out you were playing Norman Reedus, of all people. And, you know, it looks like it was going out into Silent Hill. I can't remember if that was ever actually confirmed or not. I think it was. But, you know, the possibility, the hints, the things were swirling around about new Silent Hill, a new Silent Hill. This looks amazing. This is great. And for a demo, you know, what we had was amazing. It was the talk of the town that year. And then it got the plug pulled. Everything came down. The demo itself left all storefronts wherever it was. I myself, of course, never got a chance to actually download it, because that was back in a time when I did not have access to my computer, let alone internet, for like multiple weeks at a time until like maybe 2 days out of the month or something like that. So I never got a chance to actually download it and play with it on my system. Otherwise, I would have done a Let's Play looking through it a long time ago at this point. And again, every Halloween or something, just because it is an amazing demo. It's great, especially at night in the dark. So the only chance I ever got to play with it was at a friend's who did have it at the time. Doesn't sadly have it now, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd get myself a copy from there. But as a result, you know, I've not had a chance to play with it in a very long time. But it was an amazing thing that we got to play beforehand. But this over here behind me, you can see it behind me, where I've had to redo my entire setup. Everything's sort of off and done things differently. So I mean, even my camera setup is slightly different. It used to be a wide thing, now it's not, because mainly I can't figure out how I got it to do the wide angle. But yeah, so you know, you can come down here, and this video will be linked in the description, of course. Lance McDonald here. This guy has apparently gone on his PS4 with us, right? And has modded himself out of bounds into the world. And it looks really dang good for something that was essentially a cutscene, and that's all we got out of it. There looks to be a lot of detail built into that cutscene, because it was all rendered in-game. You know, it was one of those in-game footage, you know, cutscene type deals. And it looks great. I mean, we're just going to sit here and we're going to watch it. I'm going to talk while doing so. You want to get the full experience, of course, go down to the description down below. You know, go look down there and take a look at this. Go over there, give it a like. I mean, I need to do that too. Like that button. Of course, you know, do the same thing here. You know, share my video, like it, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and because this is still the intro portion, and I would have already run my intro at this point, because I totally got... I guess I'm so excited about this that I forgot to actually say, hey, let's get into this and run my intro. So with all that said, let's get into this and run that intro. Okay, so here we go. We're now down in the tiny square, but this right here's the whole thing. But yeah, we're just gonna click this and watch, and I need my headset. So let me go over here, and this way I can hear what's going on, of course. But
At the end of PT, we see our protagonist step out into the streets of Silent Hill in a revelatory cutscene, which is in fact entirely rendered in real time by the PlayStation 4 hardware.
you see, I didn't realize that was rendered in real time like that.
The cutscene soon ends, and we never get to visit and explore those streets for ourselves.
No.
Our experience having been rather limited mostly to the game's looping hallway. But what if there were a way to break out from that loop? Hello everyone, my name is Lance, and today we are going to escape from PT's endless hallway and step out into Kojima Productions' rendition of the streets of Silent Hill.
After killing his family, the father hung himself.
And I want to play this so much again. I mean, just for a demo, that was just nice. I loved it. I mean, it's been a while since I've played a horror game that legitimately felt like a horror game, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but it does to me. I mean, there was the whole Five Nights at Freddy's thing. I'm probably in the minority here. The game's not that great. I'm sorry, I know it was a craze. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that scary or anything. It was not a game that I could just... It felt like it was more of a... what is it? A chore to do than it was anything else. But yeah, it felt more like a chore than anything else, to be totally honest. Just... I don't know, maybe it just wasn't my thing. But PT, on the other hand, I don't know what it was about it, but it felt really good.
PT is able to cleverly link together separate map files to create the illusion of an endless loop. By changing the code involved in this process, I was able to seamlessly connect PT's familiar starting room to the map file used for the ending cinematic.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and just skip ahead a little bit here. If you want to see the whole video, of course, naturally, it's going to be linked in the description below. I urge you to go see it. But I want to skip ahead to, you know, being outside. Because this guy also found out that, you know, something is apparently following you through, like, a good majority of the demo. So when it felt like something was actually behind you, turns out there really was. And that is a pretty cool thing to just think about. But just look at this world.
Is the trail which we also saw the protagonist.
I mean, for this being just a cutscene, or a spot that they use for a cutscene, right? This looks really good. It looks like a lot of detail did go into it. Not a whole lot of detail. I bet if it was a full-fledged, you know, experience, they really went all out on it. Well, granted, it feels like they went out on it as it is. But, you know, you can go out and see the entire area that this thing was in. And it's a small little area that the, you know, the cinematic plays in. But you can actually go out to it, providing, you know, you float the character, of course, because if you don't, and you finally do get out of there, apparently you fall through and then get attacked, so you don't fall endlessly.
You can even see a potted plant.
Look at that.
Looking down from here helps us really appreciate the amount of detail that went into building the area.
And just for that small little portion, just the amount of detail. That just looks great, phenomenal. And then here's a van, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not all that detailed, but it's good enough. I guess that you can say if they actually went through and did something. I mean, the area just encapsulates the feel of being alone, abandoned, and it's great. You can see that that's not completely fully detailed or anything, but you know, for what you saw off in the distance, it was good enough. But a lot obviously went into it.
All throughout, the silhouette of water towers across the rooftops at night communicates Silent Hill's archetypical heavy and oppressive atmosphere.
look at that. This was just the demo portion, right? There was no need for all this work to go into it. So I feel like something was going to happen. We were getting another Silent Hill at some point. And heck, you can see some graphical glitches there off in the distance. Go back for it for a second. Yeah, you can see it flickering right there, but I mean, for it not to be a full-fledged game at this point,
structure is placed up against the building on the other side of the road.
that looks pretty good.
Sitting on top.
There's another plant.
Up ahead is a slightly more richly detailed area. A few more vehicles are placed along the road, accompanied by some signage.
You can see the floating tree of those plants. I mean, some of this looks really good for
the end of this street.
just being the demo area. I definitely urge you to go take a look at this video. Definitely. We're just going to skip through, because I'm not going to sit here and show off the entire thing, because for one, I don't want to sit here and rip his entire video. Although I have a habit of just watching it now and just getting lost in it. But you know, I want you to go out and go take a look for the whole thing yourself. Of course, it will be in the description. And of course, you know, I got to thank my friend who shared it on the Facebooks, because I probably never would have seen this if it hadn't have been shared there.
While in-house at Konami as an official part of the mainline Silent Hill series. Well, there's no way to be sure in some way to follow and support my work going forward. I'm always working on showing you something new from games that mean a lot to me.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks good. But seriously, you know, that looks amazing. I can't believe we're not going to get a Silent Hill. Somebody seriously needs to buy the Silent Hill license for Konami, because Konami, look, you were great one time. You were fantastic years ago. You've brought us some very memorable games over the years, but you're not the same company anymore. You're more interested in pachinko machines than you are anything else. And the way you handled, you know, probably one of the best developers you've ever had in your life, I don't know what else to say about that. You're horrible. Please, for the rest of us, sell off those things, or at least license them out to somebody who will do some good with them. We don't need no Metal Gear Survive or that other atrocious thing that you did that I can't even remember what it was, just so you can keep making Resident Evil. You can keep making Silent Hill and you know, Metal Gear pachinko machines and other slot machines and things like that. You know, if you want to do that, that's fine, do that, but please let somebody have the license long enough to make a good game out of it. That would be fantastic. Like, let Kojima have this. I know you didn't leave on the best of terms, but seriously go, hey, look, man, Death Stranding was great. Awesome. You want to do something with Silent Hill? We're going to let you have access to this stuff so you can make that Silent Hill game, or PT, or whatever it was that it was going to be. And even if they don't, Kojima and Kojima Productions, you know, the studio, make us a horror game. Please make us a horror game. You know, if it's anything like this, that would be great. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.